welcome to a windy day in Kent. What an absolute windy day it is. It looks like the sun's out. They did say no rain, but you know what the weatherman's like. He always seems to get it wrong. So now we're back out on the field, what I like to call the field of dreams. Now, on this field, we've had some absolute stunning stuff. We've had the lead matrix seal. We've had Henry II, full hammered coin, half cuts, quarter cuts. We've had a silver thimble from over the back there. Had a silver thimble from over the far side. I tell you what, the stuff that's coming off this field is absolutely amazing. So there'll be solar panels going in here soon. So for the next few hunts, we're just going to be hitting this quite hard, especially with the finds that are coming out. So right, we're going to be walking to the bottom of this field and doing the bottom because we've done the top. So yeah, I'm not going to get on and bore you too much with a massive long intro. Let's get on and see if we can find anything at the bottom of this field. Right, on to our first target. Reading up in the 50s. See there, I'm running it in coin mode. Got it in coin mode. Added on an extra 3, so I'm notched out to 25 and under. Notched out 99 tone, multi-frequency mode, and sensitivity 2 from top. Ground balancing it every half an hour or so. And there you have it, first target. Let's see what it is. Right, and that's what it was. That's why it was so high, just a bit of can. Now, usually I can tell when it's a whole can, I can tell with the apex, with the tones it gives off, but when it's just one part of a can, side of the alley, as you see there, it gives off a nice 50 tone. Yeah. Right, let's carry on. Bit of a windy one today. Wind's picked up. They did say a bit of rain this afternoon. So, see how much we can get done. Onto a nice solid, well, it was a solid 62, 63. There you go, it's just jumping around there now. In the 60s. Not too sure. Right, and there you have it. Just a little bit of leather Rooney. Now I think that was reading up quite high because of how solid that is. I mean, that's one hefty bit of leather Rooney. That pretty windy in Kent today, but it's not a bad day. We're using a double D radar coil today. It's a bit easier to get into these stems because some of these stems are still quite high. They usually just break off, but some of them are quite solid still, so we're using a double D radar coil. And there you have it, just a little bit of leather Rooney. Right, let's carry on. I'll tell you what, the amount of stuff that's come up off this field, and it all seems to come from that corner, past that electrical pylon, down to that electrical pylon. So what we're going to be doing is, I think, making our way down that way, and then what I'll do is I'll show you the little river at the bottom of here. We haven't tried down that far yet, but we might make our way over that way. And we're getting quite a bit of lead over here, so just gonna have a little walk around today down this far end, because we've done not all of that part over there, but still so much to do. I thought today would just be one of them days where we should have a little look around and see what we can't find down this bottom part. Our last tone, now this was a really grunty kind of tone, sounded like a bit of iron, part of a bullet, just the bottom part. Hey, oh, that's off a shotgun, no doubt, the firing pin part. But that's all that was. So we're going to carry on then, and as I say, we're going to make our way over there, see what if there's any other bits over that part, and stay around this middle bit as well. That's the last tone. We're going to carry on, and I'll see you at the next. I hope it ain't too windy for you. I've got my wind mic on, but it's just really gusty today down here in Kent. Nice solid 80s there. Just an absolutely lovely tone that is. Right, let's find out what that is. Seem to find a few car parts in this field. That was reading up in the high 70s there, as you see. I think that might have been the brass in screw inside it, but yeah, that's all that was in the high 70s. Just some kind of knob off of something, who knows. Alright, let's carry on. Right, and that's what that one was. Well, I didn't record the tone it was giving off because it was running in the 30s, back up into the 40s, and usually it's a little tiny bit of iron ore, but I thought I'd dig a few every now and then, and that's what it was. Part of this spoon, As you can see, the shank bit off the end there. Oh, that scared the heck out of me, that did. Oh, God, that made me heart race, that did. Someone shooting. But yeah, that's all that is. Just a bit of a spoon. We're going to carry on. No idea who that was shooting. It was in the field just behind me. See a few dogs running about in the field. Yes, I'm sure it's going on over there. That was almost a surface find. Really high 90s. Knew it was going to be some sort of brass or copper that was going to be really high up. And I knew it was going to be quite big because of the 90 it was giving off. But that is part of an anti-aircraft shell. Oh, World War II. But that's all that is. Nice little bit of brass. Put that in the scrap pile. Let's carry on. And yeah, see what else we can't find. Now, a lot of people have asked me why I like to use the double D radar coil a lot. It's not I like to use it a lot. I mean, it is one of the coils I like to go to the most. I do like to use the Reaper coil, but as you can see with these stems, there's not much room to work in between. So having a bit of a smaller coil is always better. I was going to bring the Viper coil, but I thought I'd bring the double D radar coil again, because as I say, the double D radar coils never let me down. And we're on to a really nice, if I can find it again. Oh, there it is. Solid 59, just slips into the 60s there. Otherwise, that's a nice tone, that is. It's got kind of a bit of a back grunty kind of tone to it. Let's dig that out. A little while ago. The coins are all coming up from that part, but I wanted to stick to this part today. And there you have it. I think that, to me, looks like a bit of silver. We're going to clean it together. And as you see there, that was reading the high 60s, that was. Here we go, let's see who this is. Oh, I've got another bull's head. I've got another bull's head. Oh, get in. I couldn't find one, and now I found two in the last, what? Oh, let me give that a quick rub. I found two now. I'm going to try and keep as calm as I can. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is beautiful. And that is a lot smaller than the last one I found. Oh, that is going to clean up really, really nice. But I'll tell you what, that is absolutely stunning. As you see there, in the high 60s, the second bull's head of the year, George III. Oh, that is absolutely stunning. And as I say, the other bull's head I had was just up there, just opposite the pylon, just over there. And now I've got my second one down here at the bottom of the field. What an absolute stunning little find. And that there you go. It goes to show that if you just work an area, like I mean, most times a lot of people just plod about, but I like to hit an area, even though I know there was a lot of coins from the far back and over the far end. It's always nice just to try other little bits of field. And there you have it. A tiny, tiny little, I would say that's a sixpence. I'm not too sure. Can't really see the date. The date's usually on the front. 18 something there. We'll give it a clean up. We'll take a few stills. But that's a stunning little bit of silver. Field of dreams. One absolute cracking little find. Right, let's carry on. And I'll see you at the next. This one was jumping slightly. Had back grunt to it. See just there. I haven't really found many down this end of these. Just a butt on. See the shank on the back there. Oops, where's it go? There you go. See the shank on the back. Let's give it that leaf. Probably an 18th century button or early 19th century, but as most of the coins are coming up here that are not really over the 19th century, I would say that's definitely probably a late 18th century. Who knows? It says he butt on. We're going to carry on. See what else I can't find. Right, now this one, as you can see, it sort of jumps but disappears. Now, it's got an absolutely lovely tone at the back there. Running into the 60s. But you can see that is really deep. That is. So what we're going to do then is let's dig that out, find out what that is. Because as I say, with the apex, it's got so many tones. So when you get to know your apex quite well, when you pick up them certain tones and you're not sure about, like ones like that, where it's so deep but it's still got that lovely little ping tone to it, I'm going to dig it. Alright, let's dig that then. You see there, that was kind of like a 50, jumping back down into the 40s, just there. Get it out together. Is that a coin? It looks like a coin. It looks like it's going to be a half-hammered coin. Oh, that's, I don't know. That's well tiny, that is. Well, have a little look. Well, that's a little bit hard to work out, that one. Turn it over and have a look on the back. I know exactly what that is. That is a galley halfpenny, and it's been clipped. Now I know that's a galley halfpenny just by that man there on the back standing up. I've got there's 3 different types. I've got 2 of them, and this is the second one off this field. That is a galley halfpenny. It says Salado written across the top there, 1500s. And in one of my previous videos you might have heard me say that these weighed slightly less than our penny back in the day, in the 1500s, and if you got caught with these, you had your hands chopped off. And this, as I say, is a smuggler's coin, what they used to call a smuggler's coin. But there you have it, another tiny little bit of silver. Hey, I'm over the moon with that. And I've had quite a few little bits like that off of this field. And as I say, all I'm doing is I'm walking towards the edge, and we're right down the bottom. We're working down this bottom bit, and as you know, the ditch is down there at the far bottom. But there you have it, tiny little bit of galley halfpenny. Hey, let's carry on, take a few stills, and I'll see you at the next. Oh, it's another nice tone just here. Seems quite big. Really windy today. So I would just dig just in front of the coil, but as you see there, it's jumping slightly, but it's got an absolute lovely back tone to it. Oh, it's right there. Let's find out what that is. Had a lot of rain down here in Kent the last few weeks. I reckon we've got a lot more to come yet. Ground's a little bit spongy. Now this, as you see there, lovely tone, that is off farmer's machinery. Now I know that because the seed, usually you find these tiny little seed things with like a tiny hook each end. Now this clips onto the back of where the hook comes off for the seeding machine. Hey, that's all that is. But it's still a cool little find. Let's carry on. Started off nice and sunny. Right behind me comes the rain. So we're not going to be here for much longer. We'll probably do 1 or 2 more holes, and then what we'll do is we'll call this day 1, and then we'll come back again and make a part 2 to add on to this video, because I don't think we're going to get much longer out now. Bit of a jumpy one, that one. There you go. In the 70s, jumped slightly into the 80s. It's quite deep. Alright, that's what I was reading up there. Quite high. Was quite deep. At first I thought it was a Roman fib, but I don't think it is. It's got a little latch thing at the top there. No, I don't think it is a Roman fib. We'll give it a little clean up when we get back. See if there's anything on it. I don't know, that looks like, is that right, or is that just me? It's probably just me. But we'll give it a clean up when we get back and try and find out what that is. Could be a Roman fib, I don't know. Well, we get a little bit of an ID when we get home, message a few people, try and find out what that is, and I'll put a little still up at the side and a little bit of information of what that is. But that is a hard one for me. Right, let's carry on. Just working, as I say, just round here. We're going to keep this bottom bit for a minute. I had a few bits of lead. Now we've got really nice 55, 56 there. Bit of a double tone. Straight through tone though. Right there. You see there, it was like kind of jumping about slightly, but then it went into the 50s, back into the 60s, back into the 50s. It's quite an old button that. It's a shank there on the back. Still got the whole shank there. It's not snapped, so yeah, still a whole button. Definitely an old button. Yeah, still a fine. Fines are fine. Let's carry on. Alright. Now this one, there must be a little bit of iron or a little bit of what I like to call iron ore around that tone. Just using the front of the coil there. As you can see, high 70s, back into the 40s. It's a really hard one to sort of kind of like pick an ID because the numbers are jumping all over the place, but there is a little bit of iron ore, especially in this middle bit of the field. So let's dig that out and we'll see what that is. As you see there, that was in the 50s. And we're just concentrating walking back up towards the car now. Check this one out. As you see there, high 50s. Oh, that I think is going to be a silver coin, and that is a bit of a warm one, that one. Oh, I think I know what that is. Let me just quickly rub that on the trousers. And that, has it got a hole in it? Yeah, it's got a hole there at the top. Now, this is going to be a Elizabeth, probably around about the 1500s. Now you see that little clip mark just there at the top. Now that clip mark, now I know this through finding a few like that. What I used to do back in the 1500s, 1600s was they used to rub the front, so the front was almost so you couldn't see anything left on the front, and they would hammer that onto the back of the door, and it was meant to bring them luck apparently back in the day. And I'll tell you what, hopefully I'll be able to get a date off of that, but I do think around about the 1500s I think that is. Oh, and I do think that is a Elizabeth I. Oh, get in, tiny little hammered coin that. But yeah, you can just see the clip mark just right there, and they go right through. But that is absolutely stunning. Oh, what an absolute lovely little find. Right, we'll get a few stills up, we'll put them up there. But that is another tiny little hammered coin. Absolutely stunning. This one was quite high up. Got another bullet. Don't mind finding these. Had a few off of here now. They've been shot. It's just the cap bit, the end. Hey, don't mind finding them. They go towards all my other military stuff that I found over the time, and all the cap badges. So I don't mind finding them. Right, let's carry on. It was a really high tone. This one was really high tone. Now I know what this is. Now I found a few of these in my other videos. Let me give it a quick wipe. Should have numbers across the front. Yeah, there you go. That is the timing strip for an anti-aircraft shell. So that would be the timing part where they used to click it round just before they shot it off, so it knew exactly when to go off. But I'll tell you what, I like finding them. Absolutely stunning little finds. Look at that. So that's World War II anti-aircraft timing shell chamber, bottom part of it. But yeah, that's what it was. Let's carry on. Right, now this one, it's jumping around like crazy. It's in the 60s, 70s, down into the 50s. Whatever it is really tiny as well. Don't know about how dirty the pinpointer is. I'll tell you what, this mud, it's absolutely, it's just as soon as I Start to dig, it just fills up with water. And as you see there, this was in the jumping slightly all over the place. Yeah, there you go. Quarter cut hammered coin. Let me give that a wipe, and we might be able to try and find out who it is. Still a bit harder when it's a quarter cut. There you go. Look at that. That is absolutely stunning. That is. This field is absolutely filled with hammered coins, quarters, halves, cuts, and it goes through the years. So it's not just hammers I'm finding silver thimbles, matrix seal over the back there. We've had George III, we've had George III behind me as well today. We've had Henry II up the top, Edward I and Edward II as well over there. And I'm thinking this one is probably going to be Henry II, or it could be a third. Could be a third just for the 3 dots there on the back. Usually it usually has 4 dots on there when it's Henry II. So I'm thinking that could be Henry III. It's probably going to be a long cross if it is a third. But I'll tell you what, look at that. What an absolute stunning little find. We'll get some stills of that, put it up, but we're going to carry on. Right, and that brings that hunt to a close. But I'll tell you what, if you just look across the field, from where this wooden pylon is, where I'm standing basically, to that wooden pylon, it's got quite a slight hill. And that is where I seem to be finding most of the coins. So when we come back next time, we're definitely going to go and do the bottom bit again, because as you see today, them silvers, I wasn't expecting much to come up off that part. We did a little rush scan once, so it goes to show, even if you've done part of a field, you go back down there and you do it the opposite way, you could still find some absolute stunning stuff. So I'd like to thank every single one of you for joining me today on this windy but turned out to be quite nice sunny day in Kent. Until my next adventure, I'm Tezza, and I'll catch you at the next.